with Podcast Tycoon by ATLthug and Co. So, I want to talk about this game because I feel like it's about that time we finally make a video about this game because I always said that, hey, I know I made my experience on Roblox forever ago, but I want to start making my experiences on games that were in Roblox to begin with, right? That are within Roblox, and this is like one of the first ones I want to make my experience about because I feel like I need to talk about it. I need to get this one off my chest, right? So this will be the last stream of today. I apologize for going live a lot as of late, like doing multiple streams a day. I apologize. I'm just really in the mood to do them. Anyways, let's get back on talking. So I discovered this game over two to 3 months ago. It was in one of my random ass Roblox streams that I made, and I was like, you know what, y'all? Like near the tail end of it, I was like, you know what? I want to play a brand new game, right? I want to play something new that I've never bothered playing before. And Podcast Tycoon was one of the games that Roblox recommended I would play. And because they recommended me that game, I clicked in it, I got in it, and I remember, like, I got stupid into it, bro. Like, I spent more than 20 streams, 20, maybe 30 streams, maybe more than 10, definitely way more than 10 streams playing this game, right? And keep in mind, right, when you first start out, the whole point, the whole goal, right, of playing this game is to make a better podcast than Joe Rogan. That is literally your whole purpose. That is your whole point in doing this podcast. That is your whole point, right? That's your whole goal, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to show this Rogan, a.k.a. Joe Rogan in this case, I'm going to show him that I can make a better podcast than him. That's the whole goal, right? So I got my little house started. You start in this little wooden house, and then you advance to a normal house, and then you advance to a little bit bigger house, and then you advance to Drake's mansion. While you're doing that, you're going to meet a lot of other people you're going to have the podcast with. Like, for example, in the baby house, it is an old man, aka a poor dude, basically a bum from the street you interview first. Then it's your fake friend or fake friend you interview after that in that house. Then you can hire editors and all that other sort of shit, and then you can move on to the next house, right? So you move on to the next house, you got a bigger house, okay? This is your normal-sized house. The normal-sized house, by the way, Sniper Princess 1109, welcome. Miraculous Lover, the 2, welcome to the stream as well. I am talking about Podcast Tycoon by ATLthug. That's what I'm talking about. It's a Roblox game, so keep in mind, I'm just going to talk about it. Anyway, so you get into the bigger house, right? After a few $100s, you get into a little bit of a bigger house, like a normal-sized 2-story home, right? And you have the fake friend in there. You have crazy uncle in there, right? And then you move up to upstairs where you have Walter White and Washed Up Streamer, right? Washed Up Streamer is literally Ninja in this case, which I remember that shit got a laugh out of me because, Ninja is funny, but I also kind of felt bad. And by this point of the game, I was really enjoying the Tycoon and the music in this Tycoon, like No Basa Party, and all the other themes like Behind the Light and a few other OSTs, like the 3 to 4 OSTs they have in this game. Pretty solid tracks, really enjoyable tracks. I love the OST. That's probably the best thing about this Tycoon, other than the money-grabbing aspects of the game. And how do you grind money? Is you get podcasters, and then you do outside interviews outside the street. The game itself is not really all that big. Like, the experience not all that big. It's only like 6 houses on each side. Like, 1, 2, 3. Like, there's like 3 houses, and then 3 houses on the other side. So only like 3, 4, 5 people can join in one lobby at once, so that's a whole thing. But anyways, right, so the second house, like I mentioned, Walter White, Washed Up Streamer, Crazy Unk, and your fake friend all, like, kind of invest in that house and kind of help you, like, grind money and all that other sort of stuff so you can get a bigger house, right? So, you get the bigger house, right? Washed Up Streamer, Walter White are still hanging in there. Later on, you'll unlock Harry Potter, bitch ass. War Hero was another one. literally Master Wu, Squid Games guy, Chill Dude, aka the Chill Dog, and LeBron James, right? Those are everybody in that bigger mansion, right? And you spend a lot of time in there getting Discord mods and admins, focusing on controlling Discord servers, Reddit forums, and posts in that house. You create fucking clones to do your job as well. And there's just so much in Podcast Tycoon. And this is a simple experience, right? Classical kid, yo, brother, do you rap? Brother, do a rap? I don't rap. I'm sorry. I don't spit bars. I know I might look it, but I don't do any of that. But anyways, right? So we get into that house. You do everything in that house, right? You know, you also do a lot of other shit. There's a lot of in-betweens. And after that, you know, if you have enough money, aka 5 million, you can move into Drake's mansion. Then after that, once you go into Drake's mansion, you get Drake himself, a literal fucking alien, ISO Speed, King, Mr. Beast, lots of editors, ISO Speed Clipper, Messi, Golden Hobo Dude. Joe Rogan's also in the house, but this is where the bullshit comes in. I'm gonna let y'all know in on this a little bit. Okay, so when you get to the big house, right, there is gonna be a lot of stuff you're gonna spend a lot of time doing, since basically this is a money grinding simulator, and you're gonna be in that house for a long time. And let me tell you, before you play Podcast Simulator, I should have mentioned this way earlier, you are going to have to grind money a lot. And this game gets very tedious, very quick if you're not spending any sort of Robux on the game to speed things along. If you're not doing any of that, this game is going to take a lot of time out of you just to keep on playing over and over and over again, right? Now, again, I didn't mind it. On my first time I played Podcast Tycoon, I loved it. Everything was brand new to me. Everything was fresh. Seeing all the dudes, seeing everybody, you know, Master Wu, you know, Ninja, Harry Potter, Walter White. Like, it got laughs out of me, it got laughs out of Chris, it got laughs out of everybody I knew, right? When I was doing podcasts, right, for the first time. I enjoyed my time. I loved it, right? But then there's a thing called rebirthing, right? And rebirthing basically resets all your data, but you get these rebirth points in return that allows you to make your next playthrough of Podcast Tycoon a little bit easier, right? And these rebirths are required in order for you to get some later interviews in the Drake's Mansion, right? Because in Drake's Mansion, there are 2 to 3 things in the house, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in the house that are required of you to do a certain amount of rebirths. For example, rebirthing once is not a problem. Rebirthing twice is not a problem. Rebirthing 3 times is stretching it. Rebirthing 4 times, rebirthing 5 times. Rebirth, you know, because, and keep in mind, every time you rebirth, none of that money carries over. You have to redo everything. Redo the house, redo everybody in those selected houses over and over and over and over and over again. And at first, I didn't mind it. At first, I accidentally did it on accident. My first rebirth was completely on accident. But then the second and the third and the fourth and the 5th time weren't an accident. But the first rebirth was, if I can remember correctly. But imagine being me, right? I'm spending so much fucking time. Keep this in mind. This is real life hours on stream I'm spending in these houses, collecting clips, going over to the computer, uploading the files, get some money, rinse and repeat. It's a very simple gameplay loop. Very simple, right? So just imagine my frustration and my anger, which I'm going to show you guys. Earlier today, I actually started streaming it. As in, like, earlier today. I basically pulled it up. I said, you know what, let's go. I'm going to play Podcast Tycoon because it's one of my favorite Roblox games, you know, on the site right now. By the way, thank you for the 5 likes. Very much appreciate that, right? So this is what really pissed me off, right? So I'm sitting here doing Drake's house, interviewing a fucking alien, interviewing Drake himself, interviewing ISO Speed, interviewing King, Mr. Beast, the billionaires I forgot to mention, Donald Trump himself. I'm interviewing all these cool different characters, right? And I'm trying to actually reach Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan's like the big guy. He's the whole reason you start your podcast Tycoon journey. He's the whole reason you started, right? And this is the thing that pisses me off about Podcast Tycoon. Keep in mind, I did all of this legit, all right? I didn't spend money. I didn't do none of this, right? And also rebirthing is 17 billion, right? And keep in mind, when you rebirth so many times, as much times I did, 5 rebirths, right? You go into your house, you're like, damn, I spent all this money, I spent all this time grinding the Bitcoin shit, all the rooms over there, all the rooms over there, 4 times before the 5th rebirth, by the way. I've done that 5 times, getting to this house, unlocking everything in each house, and this house too, just for this, right? I unlocked Golden Dude over here, right? Golden Dude, hold on, let me run over to him. I have it muted because everything is copyrighted, and I'm not trying to have this video copyrighted, even though I dealt with a lot of that in my other Roblox videos. So I go over to him, I finally get him up, he's cool, finally bought him, I spent a lot of time trying to get that. 5 rebirths to get old Grammy computers, 5 rebirths for Prepare Roof, 5 rebirths to buy a doorway, right? I'm sitting there like, holy fuck, 80 billion is a lot of money, right? So I'm like, okay, bet, let me just go buy Rogan's podcast, right? So, well, I got a lot of drift in me, so give me a minute, right? So I go over to Rogan's house, or Rogan's little bit in the room. Not even going to spend any more time on this. And keep in mind, this took me 2 months to do. All of this. Keep in mind, I have all the editors in here that are making me money, all this shit, right? So, I finally got up to 5 rebirths. Rogan right here, keep in mind, is, 5 rebirths just to get the interview set up for Rogan, right? I finally do 5 rebirths after doing this whole house 5 times in a row. Look what they tell me. 10 rebirths for Joe Rogan. 300 million. I'm sitting there, and I'm dead ass when I say this, right? I'm sitting there pissed off because I did not just spend over 2 months, and that's up to 5 rebirths, by the way. 2 months of my life playing Podcast Tycoon on and off for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours on end, right? Just for the game to tell me, guess what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more rebirths for you to unlock Rogan for your interview, and you're done with the whole house. You want me to rebirth 5 more times, do the same shit over and over and over again, another 5 times, when I've already done it 5 times, just to get the Rogan set up, just for you to come out and tell me you need 10 rebirths in order to interview Rogan. 5 rebirths for a player, again, keep this in mind, for a player that does all this shit for free should be enough. Again, I spent 5 months, 2 to 3 months playing this shit. Day in, day out. Over and over and over and over and over again. And just for me to get kicked in the mouth, 5 more rebirths. I have to do 10 rebirths just to continue to the Rogan podcast to be done. I'm done. You know what I could have done today? I could have avoided Roblox altogether. I'm actually glad I didn't, but you get my point, right? You know what I could have done? I could have done Sonic and the Secret Rings. I could have done another Mario Kart Wii stream. I could have done something that wasn't fucking Roblox, aka Podcast Tycoon, for all those months. I could have been sitting there playing with my viewers on other games, but no, I wanted to stay dedicated to Podcast Tycoon, and guess what the fucking game decides to do to me? Decides to try to waste even more of my time by saying, do 10 rebirths, bitch, to get this final interview and fuck off from the game. I don't get it. I really don't get what the creator was really thinking of when he decided to do that. I felt like he really did not think of those players that are doing this for free, that are taking time out of their day to do this shit, to play your experience for free, just to have so much time be wasted in rebirthing over and over again. And keep in mind, when you rebirth, again, keep this in mind, you don't keep none of the money you have saved up before you rebirth. Everything gets reset. The only thing that you get to add is these little rebirth point meter shits. That's the only thing that fucking matters. And it sucks. Because I would rather have this. You rebirth, but you save the money you had before you rebirth. So all the houses is easy to unlock. Or some stupid shit. I don't know, something better than just rebirthing and just completely starting you from the ground up like it's a new playthrough of the shit. And if you want to think about it in that mentality, I've already beaten this game 5 different fucking times. 5 times, man. And I'm not going to say it's boring. It was a fun experience. But it's a time waster. It's dragging. I wanted to beat the game today. I wanted to be fucking done with Podcast Tycoon. So I can just go off and say, hey, you know what? Podcast Tycoon, it takes a lot of time, but it was very good from the beginning, middle, and end. Nope! That hurt my throat really bad. It ended up being dog shit, man. It ended up being shit when I didn't want it to be shit, man. I'm gonna be real. And I know people are probably going to tell me, Alan, you are overreacting over a simple Roblox map that you could have stopped at any time. Let me show you overreacting. You rebirth 5 fucking times and don't ever bother spending a fucking dime doing it. You don't. You play this. You rebirth 10 times in a fucking game like that. Alright? You rebirth 10 times. That's a ridiculous ask in my opinion. And keep in mind, every time you rebirth on top of that too, the money for when you need to rebirth again goes up. It doesn't go down, it goes up. Like right now, when you guys saw me outside of my house in Podcast Tycoon, it was 17 billion to rebirth a 6th time. Let's say I rebirth for that 6th time. How much is going to be then? 21 billion? 33 billion? 42 billion? I bet you around that 9th, 10th area, that's where it's going to be. And then I'm playing the game even longer. Look at me. Roblox experiences should not be like this. I get it. When you're making a Roblox game, depending on what type of game it is, you want the player to spend so much time in your game that they don't even want to leave. Right? And for a while, this game had me under its fucking thumb about not wanting to leave. I just wanted to get on Roblox or touch the PS5 and play this shit over and over and over again. But at the same time, you have to know your fucking limits. How long can I keep this player here in Podcast Tycoon? Maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish hours. Maybe. Maybe max. And keep in mind, if we go back multiple streams, I've spent a good 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, more than 10 hours on this game. I spent about 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 hours playing this game over and over. That includes all the rebirths. And even the moments that are off camera of me buying those same houses and doing all that shit. I'm tired of it, man. See, now, and I also said this too. I said, if the game would allow us, when you rebirth, new people in the house with different money amounts each time, like the houses can stay the same for all I give a damn, the layout can stay the same, but if we just got new people coming in and out of each rebirth so the playthrough can feel a little bit more fresh, maybe I won't mind rebirthing so many times. Because at least the people in the house is brand new. You know what I mean? Each time I decide to rebirth. Or maybe there's multiple different house layouts I could have bought instead. Just think about that for a second, man. Shit like that bothers me. I mean, if I wanted to play the same game over and over and over again, rebirth over and over 5, 6, 7, 8 times, I would just go fucking play something that I actually wouldn't mind playing 5, 6, 7, 8 different fucking times. And you know what's crazy? Roblox, that game asks you to do that all the time. Meanwhile, any game I've ever played never does. And I know, because other than Roblox probably the only game that does. Anyways, I'm getting way too fucking pissed. No, I feel like me being angry is fucking valid. I spent hours upon hours upon hours in this game, in the double digits, for me to be like, I can finally end this game just for them to say 10 plus more rebirths. Go fuck yourself, Podcast Tycoon. I don't give a fuck how many people have made videos on you or whatever. And if you don't mind the 10 rebirths, then you're clearly paying money on that fucking experience to get through it over and over again. I'm just saying, man. I don't know why you're mad, but I'm with you. I'm mad because, Classical Kid, I'm pissed off because of the simple fact that Podcast Tycoon, a game I spent more than 20 hours in, wants me to rebirth 10 times, in order to get the Rogan podcast set up, in order for Rogan to join your little podcast. And on top of that, he's 300 billion. On top of that, to get him in there. So not only he cost a lot, but you have to rebirth over 10 times to get him in. And keep in mind, I've already rebirthed 5 times, and every time I rebirth, I take a similar amount of time to get right back into Drake's house. AKA, fucking 2, 3, 4, 5 hours each time I rebirth. And that's over 5 times I've rebirthed. Because I thought once I get the interview for Joe Rogan, okay, meaning all I need is a money amount next to get Rogan and end the game. Nope. The game wants to keep on dragging itself longer than what I'm willing to put up with, and that's why I'm done with Podcast Tycoon. I seriously want to thank Podcast Tycoon for giving me many hours of enjoyment. I want to thank the game for giving me, like, you know, just a good time with me and Renee and a lot of my other friends. But what you decided to do, like with the 10 rebirths on the Rogan that Rogan showing up in the fucking whatever the fuck, was wrong. And I hope one day you maybe see this, you maybe think about updating it to kind of tone it down a little bit on the rebirths needed to beat the game. And I don't know if you're ever going to see this, the creator of this game, man. But that shit really rubbed me the wrong way, and it makes me not a fan. It makes me not want to play the shit, and it just makes me not want to do it, all right? That's the bottom line. I'm done streaming for the day. I've streamed already 2 times, and I'm done. I'm done. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends. I'm fucking gone. That's my dragged out experience with Podcast Tycoon. I recommend it if you want to put up with rebirthing so many times, or I recommend if you enjoy the experience. I recommend you give it a play for yourself. Don't just go off what my words are. Just play it for yourself. It's on Roblox. It's for free. So go ahead and give it a play if you want to. But I'm just saying, don't be shocked by like me when you're expected to do 10 rebirths on that fucking shitty ass Rogan podcast. Anyways, I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm just really emotional. It's one of my favorite games. Now it's just, alright. I'm gone. Bye. Put the hat down to fucking... Bye. Oh wait, I can't aim the